Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and after a 12-hour day at work, I am ready to sit back and relax and go ahead and try out a build that was submitted. But real quick, let's go ahead and do the old pardon me. Let's go ahead and do the old D20 roll and see what we get. That is not happening. That's the same number. Come on, D20. Be nice to me. Okay, same number 3 times in a row. Okay. We finally got a valid one, and it is going to be the classics. Alright, so once again, courtesy of Peshomighty, who had kind of admittedly spammed my build suggestions with all sorts of stuff, we are going to be doing... It's going to be a critical hit themed build, because frankly that's one of the... Okay, we're not using that. I believe there is a particularly good word for that particular Dash Arcana, and it's garbage. So no, we are just going to go with good old Thunderline. And then Dragon Surge, and let me check to see what the last one was. There we go, come on. Go up. Alright, so the last one is Aqua Breaker. Now, I'm also going to change the... Well, first things first, let me get Aqua Breaker going here. There we go. So, well, we're a Storm Mage, just straight up lightning and water. Alright. Now, the original build that he posted up called for the Vampire's Eyeglasses. You guys know how I feel about Vampire's Eyeglasses. There's a reason why I call them the Vampire's Eye Crutches. So I'm going to be taking the Analytical Monocle. And I think it should be very obvious as to why. So if we look, so basic, movement and dash, projectile, nothing. Like, there's very few things here that actually synergize with, Dark Katana or anything else. So we're just going with the good old classics. Alright, and we're gonna want to start at the twins, because they're going to resist everything I'm using. So I'd like to just get them out of the way. And actually, that'll work out quite nicely, because we'll be able to stack ourselves up for the fight against Freya, and all will be well. So, Dark Sage, 12 hours, huh? Why were you working 12 hours today? Okay, you gotta hate those things. Those stupid buzzsaw things just ruin everything. Alright, so one problem you might be noticing is that we've got... on top of this having very light damage, we also have a hard time using our standard because of its somewhat weak charge properties. And when I say weak, what I mean is as a non-upgraded, as just a basic standard Arcana, is not doing a whole lot right now. Alright, so I see Sonic Breaker up there, and I am intrigued. Now, I'm from the conversation that I was having with Pesh about this, about some of his build suggestions. He had brought up the idea that he really likes Dragon Surge, like to the point where he actually recommended like 5 or 6 builds that all use Dragon Surge as their standard. Which, I mean, kudos for having a good idea of what you like. Also, keep in mind that that does kind of start to homogenize some of my builds a bit. I can't just use strictly Dragon Surge all the time. You really didn't have anything I wanted, so I suppose what we will do is we will upgrade Thunderline, and I'll take Sonic Breaker. And I still don't know who's at the red portal, so hopefully someone useful. Alright, you got anything I want? Yes and no. And I would eventually take the luxury handbag, but right now it would be more of a detriment than anything else. I think I'll just grab the Wallet of Splendor. Just set myself up for the future. I also did just finish eating, so if it sounds like I have the hiccups, it's because I do. Grab that, but it's not really going to be that helpful. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna say right now, I definitely think Aqua Breaker was a mistake. The thing about these these standard charge Arcanas is that they kind of need some way of holding the enemy off so you can charge them, at least until they get upgraded. So, at the moment, having Aqua Breaker kind of feels like it's just a detriment to me right now. I mean, I'll grab it, but there's also a good chance that I'm probably going to want something else. That having been said, I do like Mentis Imperium. And don't get me wrong, The Dragon Surge does a plenty good job of controlling, but not enough to make Aqua Breaker really useful until it gets upgraded. And by that I mean Aqua Breaker getting upgraded, not Dragon Surge. Dragon Surge is already upgraded. Hey, sweet. Guess what? I'm not even going to be using that. Like, I know that it's possible to parry some pretty crazy stuff by pushing forward into attacks at the right time. And yeah, it's a fighting game thing, so you would think I'd be good at it. In a game where so much is happening at once, it's really difficult to get that to work. I somehow managed to completely retrace my ground. I am a genius. Oh, we are just stacked with garbage. Just straight up garbage relics. Probably end up taking the Boots of Celerity just to have some sort of damage increase, but everything else is negligible. Like, I've got good enough control that I don't need to worry about. I don't need to worry about Sano's headband. Oh boy! You're just wallowing in the trash today. Look at this. So, yeah, Aqua Breaker is not going to be helping out anytime soon. I am going to take Tracer Barrage, though. Matter of fact, I'm just going to do that for right now. Because until it can get upgraded, it kind of feels like Aqua Breaker is just going to be taking up space. And yeah, I'm not about that. Oh, now something good shows up. Awesome. Whatever. At least I'll do a little bit of extra damage against bosses. Oh yeah, man, I actually managed to make that work. There we go. Hey, look what I don't want. Cool. I know Ignition Rush is one of those things that I know people really like, but I really find it to be underwhelming. Like, the little fire barrier that you get is really only useful against, like, knights and ghouls, and even then they can still sometimes sneak damage through. And yeah, you can activate it and then walk into people and get damage done, but it's only ever 2 damage a pop. So, and the real shame about that is that it is one of the few dashed melees in the entire game. And that's a shame because it is complete trash. Like, I wouldn't care to use that with Dark Katana because it's only going to net you, like, what, critical hits for 3 damage? Excuse me while I call the National Guard. I think I found the best weapon for it. Darkseid, instead of sarcasm, I don't know, are you being serious right now? So, if I really feel like I need a melee dash to go along with a Dark Katana build, I would much rather go with Chaotic Echoes I'd much rather go with Chaotic Echoes or Air Burst. Like, there's just no reason to subject yourself to the inadequacies of Ignition Rush. Now, I feel that just by saying that, I will have triggered someone. Be like, oh, this motherfucker, let me show you what you think you know about Ignition Rush. No, sorry. I somehow managed to make the Firstborn's gauntlets work again. Got anything good for me? Wow, just everything is just trash. All the relics, cursed or otherwise, they're all just trash. I mean, I can't begin to tell you how disappointing that selection is. I mean, the Paranamasakan is at least going to make bosses a little easier to deal with, so long as I don't just get slammed in the face by powerful attacks. But yeah, I'm starting to notice this lack of horsepower, so to speak. And yeah, it's true, you don't necessarily need a ton of damage ups to make a run good, but it helps. It really helps. Also, why does Iris hate me? So, no upgrades for anything I currently have, but here's a bunch of random shit that you're probably not even going to use. Oh, this run is cursed. Hey, Dark Sage, you probably should have started with the vampire's eyeglasses, huh? Or hey, you know what else would have been helpful? If Iris were to allow me to upgrade something I was actually using. Yes, this is an angry passive-aggressive product. Just stating that right now, because yeah, I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. I'm a little pissed off. I suppose if I were to mention anything negative about Dragon Surge, which, again, keep in mind, I did say I liked this one. Probably not as much as Peshomighty does, but if there's one thing that I would list as a negative about it, it's that I can't really control where... You don't control it very well, which one of the arguments is, yeah, but it homes so well you don't need to control it. Hey, actually something getting upgraded, that's different. And I'm thinking Bouncing Bubble is probably the way to go, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to get Aqua Breaker enhanced. And you know what? I'm more or less fine with that. Okay, I can give you that. Alright, going north from here is just for map completion, and I don't have a reason to care about that, so let's just go elsewhere. Fortunately, the Raspberry Cookie Box is pulling its weight. Oh, thanks a lot, Greg. That's exactly what I wanted, is for you to completely cancel out one of my attacks. Now again, I don't mean to be super negative, but that is one of the things that can happen with the dragons, is that they can just completely cancel out your combos, and they are there for control, not for combos. The dragons do not care about your combos, they only care about, you know, things that they get to bite. Now, you can turn that around and make it something good, because you can get some pretty, like, big brain combos going on with the like dragons knocking enemies around in different directions. Why you do this to me? I mean, it's not great, but there it is. At least it's something. Don't really care about the Windstone. And I should conserve some money for... yeah. Oh, I am very worried about this run. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be, but I mean, I can't help it. Fortunately, that is one of the positive points of the dragons, is that they will just continue doing damage. Now, it occurs to me that I completely wasted that bounty hunter seal. I only had one fire arcana, so I'm not too surprised. Hey, greater critical hit chance and damage? Yeah, I'd say that's important. Now, there's a very good chance that one of you is probably saying, well, the bounty hunter seal is kind of useless now, isn't it? To which I would say no, because remember, alright, that was beautiful. Glad that happened. So let me now finish my thought. No, I don't think it's worthless to have at this point, because there is still one more shop after the third boss. Okay, I do like the idea of the Tracer Barrage upgrade, but first, I need to see if I can find a way to survive. Yeah, I didn't think that was happening. So, one of the big weaknesses of this build was definitely the Aqua Breaker. Aqua Breaker just does not combine well with Dragon Surge. Now, if I could have gotten that upgraded early, that would have been one thing. But the idea that basically no Arcana upgrades ever came was pretty much sealing this run's fate from the beginning. In conjunction with the idea that even though the dragons are long-lasting and and they do circle around and do damage multiple times, the problem is they also aren't very good for combos, so they come off as kinda inconsistent. But that's just one man's take. Maybe you guys feel differently. I know at least one of you is going to feel differently. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Lord knows I made my share of mistakes, but not everything here was strictly at my hands. At least that's my feeling. So that's going to be it for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.